and key headwinds to output growth. The committee noted that inflation continued to be driven by supply-side disruptions arising from COVID-19 pandemic and other legacy factors. Key amongst these are security challenges in parts of the country, increase in food prices, and the recent hike in pump price of PMS and electricity tariff. MPC therefore emphasized the need to address structural supply-side issues by putting upward pressure on cost of production and unemployment. To address the public health crisis associated with COVID-19 pandemic, committee urged the federal government to make relentless effort to procure a substantial quantity of the COVID-19 vaccines to surmount the public health crisis and pave the way for a broader macroeconomic recovery in the country. Committee noted that the contraction had bottomed out since it moderated significantly from minus 6.1 to minus 3.62% during the third quarter. This was so because both the monetary and fiscal authorities had anticipated the impending recession and had put measures in place for its quick reversion. Some of these measures include the Economic Sustainability Program by the federal government and other CBN facilities targeted at households, small and medium enterprises, youth empowerment, and reduction in unemployment. It thus urged the federal government to maintain its initiative targeted at reducing employment, particularly amongst the youths, citing the recent NSAS protests and ensuing agitation by hoodlums as potentially disruptive to output growth in Nigeria. As a result, the MPC reiterated its support for the various development finance initiatives of the CBN to stimulate production and reduce unemployment. MPC further encouraged the bank to intensify its efforts by increasing funding to more beneficiaries so as to boost consumer spending and accelerate recovery from recession. On the financial markets, committee considered the improved performance in the equities market as a leading indicator of medium-term macroeconomic recovery. It thus urged the bank to maintain its policies on exchange rate and financial system stability to attract more investments into the equities market. MPC noted that credit to key sectors of the economy increased and encouraged the continued credit support to employment-stimulating sectors to hasten the recovery of output growth and improve employment, particularly amongst the youths. Committee emphasized the need for the CBN to maintain its regulatory surveillance over the banking system to ensure that non-performing loans remain low. MPC noted with pleasure the CBN's engagement with relevant stakeholders, particularly in the private sector, to hasten the recovery of growth. This engagement would involve collaboration towards job creation and provision of credit facilities to stimulate business activities to both corporate and individuals, particularly those who lost their goods and business premises to hoodlums during the recent protest. Committee's decision. At this meeting, the committee focused not only on price stability, but also on the need to speedily take actions to exit the recession. In view of these considerations, the choices before the committee were focused whether on the need to tighten the stance of policy to address rising price levels, recognizing its primary mandate of price stability, to support output recovery, or to allow existing policy initiatives to permeate the economy. Committee noted that although the appropriate response to rising inflationary pressures would be to tighten the stance of policy in order to moderate upward pressure on prices, it nevertheless felt that doing this will exert downward pressure on the recovery of output growth. Committee also felt that tightening would negate the bank's desire to expand credit to the real sector at affordable terms, not only to boost production, but also to increase consumer spending. To the committee, tightening was therefore not the appropriate response at this time. With the economy, whereas MPC felt that government spending and the bank's expansionary stance would be desirable to support recovery and guide the economy out of recession, it felt loosening would trigger excess liquidity and worsen the inflationary pressures. MPC also felt that excess liquidity may impact demand pressures and fuel further depreciation of the currency. With respect to a hold position, committee was of the view that this will be beneficial as it will allow current policy measures to permeate the economy while observing the trend of developments. Committee also felt that the heterodox policies of the bank targeted at various sectors are showing positive results that will further engender growth. On balance, MPC was of the view that although all three options offer some benefits to the economy, the hold option was desirable at this meeting. Based on these factors, members voted in line with the most pressing need towards reversing the recession and achieving medium-term macroeconomic stability. In view of the foregoing, committee decided by a unanimous vote to retain all parameters. In summary, MPC voted 1. To retain MPR at 11.5%, 2. Retain a symmetric corridor of minus 100 and plus 100 and minus 700 basis points around the MPR, and 3. Retain CRR at 27.5%, and 4. Retain the liquidity ratio at 30%. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Governor. And that is the communique of the 276th meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria, presented by the Governor of the CBN. Thank you, sir. Now we'll take